Do you shop for food at the local grocery stores?
Some.
So, not much. I saw Julie there the other night.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
You know, the longer I eat a raw diet, the more I find out about things that I've been eating. For instance, olives I've been eating since September, 30 and 40 a day from the Olive Bar at Wild Oats. I find out now that since they've been soaking in a salt solution, that actually they're dead. There are no live enzymes in those olives. Last year I found out that the soaked oats that I'd been eating, thinking that they were coming to life with my soaking, that in fact the oats you buy commercially at any of the stores, even in the bulk, are pretty much dead also, because they've been steamed at some point to give them longer shelf life. Can you eat a 100% raw food diet by buying things at the grocery store, or do you pretty much have to grow it yourself to ensure that?
Well, the question is, can you grow everything? Can you?
Can you successfully eat a 100% raw food diet by shopping at the grocery stores, or really is so much that you're buying thinking it's
Okay,
live
well,
food,
even at the
not
health
live?
food stores, when you buy food, you often can't get that food to sprout
Mhm.
because of the way it's been handled, like you
Right,
say,
right.
to give it more shelf life, or it just got degerminated as it was handled, like the oats,
Yeah.
so that they won't really sprout.
Yeah.
And you know, a little salt isn't the end of the world. You know, like on the olives, I think. And you really need a lot of variety, of course. But I do buy a lot of things through the mail order, and I make sure that I'm getting a real high quality, and I buy a big quantity of it, and I keep it in a freezer or in a refrigerator, and so that I really find that stuff sprouts beautifully, just beautifully. And olives are about the only thing I do get out of a can, actually.
Oh, you do, out of a can.
That's the only thing.
Are they organic, and are they
Yeah. Yes.
from where?
It's the Santa Barbara brand.
And is this through the internet also then somehow?
No.
Mail order, no?
No, I get those at the health food store.
And what mail order sources do you use?
Oh, Jaffe and Frontier Herbs and I can't think of all the names, but different places for different things.
Sun Organics? You buy from
Yes.
them? Yeah?
Yes.
That's a good company.
Mhm.
Yeah. Just because I'm asking everybody that I interview a basic question just for a quick response, where do you get your protein?
Sunflower seeds and buckwheat, and there's protein in everything. There's protein in a cucumber.
Is it enough?
We don't need, most of us have way too much. That's what some of my reading has told me.
I read the same. Another question I'm asking a lot of people just to get, and I'm going to say it just the way that I had somebody ask me on the tape. Can a raw food diet give a pregnant woman everything she needs to ensure that her baby is born healthy?
I don't know.
I wasn't sure if you'd know that or not, but I thought I'd ask anyway.
I don't know. I think it depends on the raw food diet,
Mm-hmm.
you know. I think that some people may have an inordinate need for more of a certain kind of nutrient than another kind of person.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're all some of us are Kapha, Pitta, Vata. Certainly those people don't all eat the same to be in a state of balance. And I think it's just, if a person is healthy in the way they're eating, I would imagine that it would be just fine to start a pregnancy. And it depends on how the individual person handles the food they eat. Right? I mean, we see so many people who are gluten sensitive today. Gluten sensitive to protein in wheat, because a lot of the wheat we get has been quite fractured, quite processed. So it's difficult because the whole thing isn't there to allow a good digestion.
And staying on the raw food diet, your digestion will improve?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Did you notice that with yourselves? Was that a problem at first?
Yeah, it just felt like, to me, it felt like, well, I wasn't sure eating a lot of onions was good, or a lot of jalapeno peppers, or a lot of habanero, or a lot of this, or tomatoes, or on and on. And, you know, and eggplant, and all the nightshade, and all that whole deal. You know, when it's raw, I never found that I was sensitive to those same foods. Interesting, huh?
Very. Do you follow some Ayurvedic perspectives on your choices about what to eat, according maybe to your body constitution, the constitution of your husband and your daughter, the way that you prepare the foods and plan your meals?
Well, he likes food that's heavier than I do. I mean, he likes his feet to, well, if he picks his foot up, it's like roots are coming out of the ground. And I'm like floating above the ground a little all the time, you know. So we're really different. And he likes a lot of heavier food. Every day he eats sprouted buckwheat that the shell is off, and then it's sprouted. And then he puts avocados and tomatoes and black olives and things with it. And I would take just a little bit of that sprouted buckwheat, and I would put it in a food processor, and I would cream it smooth and add a little vanilla extract and maybe a date and a half, just to give it a little flavor, not super sweet. And then I'd put a whole little carton of blueberries on top, or raspberries, or strawberries, or a nice pear sliced and peeled on top. Now that's a heavy meal for me, you know. And then he likes a whole lot more bread kind of stuff. Yeah. And like for breakfast, my favorite breakfast is what he says looks like frog in a blender, which is an apple, an avocado, and a couple handfuls of sunflower sprouts and buckwheat sprouts, and a little orange juice, fresh juiced oranges, and you just whir it all up, and a quarter cup of dulse, and so that's the frog in a blender look. And then I put some fruit on top of that. Now, he doesn't like that. It feels too light for him to call that a meal. So he wants his whole sunflower seeds and a whole banana on top, and then some fresh nutmeg on top. So we eat differently just because we probably have a different metabolism.
Are there